it's blown a gale. Well, they said it was going to pour with rain all day today, and it isn't raining. So I thought I would take the opportunity to come up and put my main crop potatoes in. However, it is blown a gale, which is a bit strange because it wasn't windy at all. Which means I cannot really film outside because the sound will be terrible. Anyway, I've got my main crops. Got these in another little tray. The Maris Pipers. And I've also got, these are pink fir apple, saved from last year. A few little shoots coming on them. So I'm going to give them another try. I did like the taste, but they're a bit fiddly, aren't they? And I think I forgot to mention when I put my first earlies in, they are a type called, I've forgotten again, Home Guard. We planted them last year and they were very nice, a very tasty potato. We didn't get a great crop out of them, but I think that was my mismanagement. Mind, I've mismanaged these first earlies too by letting the chits grow too big. Anyway, I'm trying them again, so we'll see how we get on. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to brave the wind, and I'm going to try and dig some trenches, and I'm going to hope that it's not going to be too muddy because we had a lot of rain through the night. But I'd like to get these in. I'm going to be planting these about 5 inches deep, 15 inches apart, and about 30 inches between the rows, if I don't get blown away in the meantime, I think. Well, I've only got one row left, room for one more row for my pink fir apples. I've ran out of space, so I'm not going to get them all in. I don't know whether to put them into, I might put them into pots, or I might just push them in another border somewhere. Anyway, I didn't have time to go down to the beach this time to get seaweed. I put seaweed on the bottom of my beds for my first earlies. I haven't had time to do that this time round, but I think they'll be fine anyway because this soil is lovely and rich. It's full of compost and hen manure. Right, last row. These are my pink fir apples saved from last year. They've got a few little sprouts on them. Not a lot going on, but that's all right. They'll be fine. All in, squeezed the last few in a little gap there, but I think today's more of a day for going into the greenhouse under cover a bit. Not raining, but that wind. Anyway, I've got some tomatoes I need to pot on in the greenhouse, so I think I'll head back home and do that now. So back in the greenhouse. This is me tomato seedlings. They're getting a bit leggy, so I'm going to pop them on. They're a variety called Maskotka. Never heard of them. Apparently you can grow them outdoors or in. They're from Poland. Well, I think of Poland as being a cold place, but I know it does get very hot in the summer. I think I'm probably going to try and grow these in the greenhouse this year. I had no success at all last year growing tomatoes outside, not because of the weather so much, but we had all that mildew, if you remember. I think everybody got it, and I got very few tomatoes, if any. Anyway, I'm going to pot them up now. It's a bit difficult to film in the greenhouse, there's not much space, but I've got about 8 pots. I've just topped them up with compost, and I'm just going to tease these out and get them out one by one, put them on. As I see, they're getting a bit leggy. I'm quite happy with how everything's coming on in the greenhouse this year. I feel like I've kind of just left it to get on with itself without fussing on too much. I haven't watered as much. I think in the past I've watered the greenhouse stuff a bit too much. And I did hear Charles Dowding say that little seedlings are going to come to more harm from too much water than too little. So I've purposely held off watering them too much and let them get a little bit dry. I mean, obviously not bone dry, but a little bit dry before I water. I'm going to water again today because things are starting to look a little bit dry, but everything's coming on beautifully and looking quite healthy as well. Well, despite the forecast for rain that didn't come, and the not forecast for wind that did come, I still managed to get quite a bit done. I've got all my potatoes in the ground now, which is great to have done. Tomatoes planted on, little water in the greenhouse, everything's coming along lovely. Hopefully get some lettuce crops in a month or two. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope your garden is growing beautifully and all your seedlings are coming up. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.